Look at us. Just three hot studs.
Hunks of meat.
It is. We look like a boy band who decided to get back together 20 years later and then realised that no one was interested the first time around. Now, we got to say this, Taran, you and your lovely wife, Colby Smulders, who we love her at the show, you've just celebrated your 10th wedding anniversary.
Thank you so much.
What did you do? What went down?
Like a true romantic, I took her to the season opener of the Rams-Bills game.
Okay.
First game of the season, I had to, but I surprised her. We left early. We left in the third quarter, and I packed a picnic basket, and I took her to, like, a little turnout up in the Malibu Hills, and we had, like, a nighttime picnic overlooking the bay. See, I'm good.
Oh, look at that.
That's the thing to know about me. I start rough.
Right.
But if you give me enough time...
You'll get there in the end.
Yeah.
And it was your wedding anniversary, right?
It's my 20th wedding anniversary today.
20th wedding anniversary.
And we have a picnic basket for him right here. No.
I didn't want to trump you.
20th wedding anniversary today.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. You're a long way from home.
I'm a long way. Well, I'm wearing the boots that I wore for my wedding today. It's one item I brought, apart from my ring that I brought with me,
I tell you what, you've got to say they've held up.
They have. I wore them once at the wedding.
That's it.
Yeah. And my feet haven't grown, so, you know, it all fits.
Well, I'm amazed you haven't worn them on stage, because I want to talk to you about this. Paddy is as a band, I don't know if people know, and it's a real band. It's like a genuinely, properly good band called Riding the Low, and this is how great they are. Paddy's band, Riding the Low, played Glastonbury Festival this summer. Look at this picture of Paddy going for it on stage here. I mean...
That's pretty impressive.
How was it at Glastonbury? Was it amazing?
Yeah, it was. It was brilliant, yeah. We played on the opening night, so the Thursday before it kicked off, and we were sort of worried there'd be about 30 people there, but there was about a couple of thousand people watching us, so... And we've been asked back next year as well, so we must have done something right, you know.
Oh, I love it. Will you ever go on with Riding the Low with the wig from House of Dragon
I would fancy that. And the leather.
I think you should do it just in the wig, in a sort of pure Ziggy Stardust type.
Well, I felt very much like a heavy metal rock star when I put that on. You know, it was very sort of Twisted Sister, the hair and things like that, you know. I quite enjoyed all the gear in the
I
get-up.
can't imagine standing in front of thousands. I mean, how it gets to hundreds of thousands, right?
Glastonbury can do.
Yeah,
not for us.
No, it was. Trust us. Just trust us. Don't look it up. Trust us. But I gotta imagine, like, that feels similar to being a king. Quite honestly, like, just that feeling there. Yeah. But I've never seen a king kick that high.
No, that's probably... That is probably the last high kick I'll ever do. It's not very kind. You know, to the jewels.
Gotta stretch. Now, Taran, I want to talk to you about this. We've learned that there are a huge amount of Taran Killam doppelgängers out there.
Yeah.
So much so, I actually don't know if I believe it. I think this is you.
Right.
Because, look, who... Are you saying, honestly, that isn't Taran Killam?
It's not.
You have to be related to this guy.
I understand you think that. I think it's just that, like, my generic Anglo-Saxon blood has just been homogenized over so many generations. I look like, you know...
Now, look at that. OK, so that isn't you.
I saw that one. It's the thing I get tagged for the most online and everything is like, is this Taran Killam? It happens frequently. So, and that one was shocking.
So wait, you're saying that you weren't in Jesus Christ Superstar?
I know.
Is that
Why
what
should you want to know? Why are you obsessed with fighting?
So you weren't in that?
No.
But you are an astronaut who went to... You are...
I could be.
That has to be you. That has to be you. No?
Yeah. This is the first female cosmonaut in outer space. First woman in space in history. I forget her name. Or like she's now like part of Putin's council or whatever. So her story, she's the opposite of me. Her story started really admirable, and now it's a little.
Okay. It's the opposite.
Way to go! She's been in space though. She's been in space.
Well done. Now, Paddy, we got to talk about and congratulate you on House of the Dragon. You can't get a bigger hit. 29 million people are watching every week. Yeah. It's extraordinary. Tell me, how did you get involved in the show?
Well, I was like, we'd just come out of the first lockdowns, and I was doing an independent film in Dublin, just outside Dublin, and I got this, you know, I got the call to say, are you a Game of Thrones fan? And we'd been watching it during the lockdown, And luckily, when I got the meeting, you know, and did a Skype meeting, I wasn't lying. I had watched the show a bit. But they just, you know, they spoke about the role and their interest in me. And I didn't realise at the time, but it was an offer for me to play the king.
Right.
And funnily enough, years ago, I'd got sent the first ever Game of Thrones script. And I couldn't make head and tail of it. I couldn't make any sense of it whatsoever.
Yeah.
So, and I remember I spoke to my agent at the time and I said, what's this about? And he said, oh, it's these kingdoms and there's an Iron Throne and, you know, they're all fighting for it and there's these dragons. And I just sort of went, oh, no, I don't think I could be bothered. You know? But I think it was, you know, it was meant to be, really, because when I got these scripts and when I read them, when I had the first 3 episodes, I thought they were fantastic and I really loved the character. And I thought he was a gift, so I was on board.
It's a brilliant show. You're so good at it.
Spoilers, spoilers.
Because you're a huge fan of Game of Thrones and House of Dragon, right?
Yes, correct.
Well, I mean, is this a world you could see yourself dipping your toe into?
The closest I've come is like medieval times. That's the closest that I think I could exist in it. For my best friend's bachelor party, we went to Vegas, and I arranged the dinner to be at Tournament of Kings, which is like fake jousting and sword fighting. And we were so obnoxious, I made sure we were sat in the Dragon Knight section. He's the villain. And like by the end of it, I think we were the most embarrassing people in Las Vegas. And that's really hard to do.
That is an incredibly low bar.
Yeah.
I mean, Paddy, you play the king, and you say that one of your inspirations for the character might surprise a few people. Where does it come from, this inspiration for the character?
Are you talking about RuPaul's Drag Race?
Yes, I am.
Are you talking...
That's exactly what I am.
It wasn't.
I thought I saw a little willow pill in your performance.
Well, so it's not so much that, you know, Drag Race informed the character. What I did become off screen was this sort of, like, drag character.
Right.
Because I think a lot of actors, a lot of British actors in particular, have a little bit of camp about them. And with the sort of hair and all the clothes and everything, I just couldn't resist serving a bit of Targaryen realness, you know.
Targaryen realness.
And giving it a bit of catwalk, you know. And I became this character just for fun. You know, you sometimes do it on set, you're going crazy. So I became this character who Eve Best nicknamed Lucius. I don't know why. She goes, she'd say, oh, is Lucius coming today? And I would sort of then, you know, be this flamboyant character. It was a bit of an alter ego, but it was triggered by the leather and the...
Sure. Okay. I would love Lucius to come back in season 2.
Yes.
I really would love...
Cards right, darling, you might.